Hi, welcome back to your spiritual empowerment message of the week. I'm Lily, coming at you from the Empowerment Unleashed channel. Now, my intention with this channel is to provide you with tools and techniques that are spiritual and help with mindset reframes so that you can rise above the conditioned toxic thinking that we've all been raised in, the environmental, the emotional, the spiritual, the physical, so that you can break free of all of that limited thinking and tap into that infinite potential that resides within all of us to create the life that you want, the life of your dreams, to step into that massive master manifestor energies that resides within all of us, so that you're no longer influenced by scarcity thinking that just pervades the world these days. But you step into your infinite power and you create the life that you want like an empress or an emperor. All the messages here are timeless and they are appropriate when you get it, and how you connect with it is exactly how you're supposed to connect with it. Now, before we begin, I want to give some brass tacks basic instructions. I'm going to do this a little bit differently, so I want to fill you all in into what my mindset is around this week's message. So if you have already seen my last week's soul purpose message of the week, and I will attach a link to that up here, then you will pick pile 1. And I will get to that in a bit. If you have not seen last week's soul purpose message of the week and have no desire to do that, then I would recommend that you pick pile 2. Again, I will show you what pile 1 and pile 2 look like. Now, if you are somebody who already is tapped into their soul purpose and you feel very, very confident in the path that you are walking, then feel free intuitively to pick whatever piles you're attracted to, pile 1 or pile 2. Hi, let's get started for pile 1. For pile 1, we will be doing the Mind Info Oracle cards just like last week, followed by one final message from the Goddess of the World Oracle cards, just like last week. But for this one, we will be throwing in Work Your Light Oracle cards. I will have some messages from this card as well. We will use the Push and Pull Love Spread, and we will answer 3 questions. What brings you together? What pulls you apart? And what needs your attention? Again, the connection here that we're exploring is your connection to your soul purpose. This is not a romantic relationship. This is not a personal relationship. Unless that is the information that you're seeking, then I would highly encourage you to apply this to your own personal life. But for the most part, what we're going to try to do here is explore your connection to your soul purpose and find out how connected you are to it, or not, as the case may be. Alrighty, the first question that we're going to answer is, what brings you together? Card 1, it says resolution. The second card is 4, what pulls you apart? And that one is this, reassess. And the last one is what needs your attention. So I'm going to pull all 3 together, and then we will see what the message is for this week. Present. Interesting. Here we go. Okay, let's read. Resolution. Whatever it is that you've been struggling with is about to be resolved. Remember that resolutions don't always happen in the way we hope or want, but being able to move forward and start fresh always brings relief. So, there is an ending at hand. So what this tells me intuitively is that those of you who were following the guidance from their intuition, they have reached what I would call an organic end to that situation. There has to be a troublesome situation that you've been dealing for some time now, and most likely it's a situation that you want to have resolved positively in your direction in your life. So that situation, whatever you just intuitively thought of, is the situation that I'm talking about. So whatever you thought of in terms of resolution, that's about to get resolved. Now, the thing here is that it's most likely not going to get resolved in the way that you're hoping for. And the other caveat is that it's going to get resolved in a much better way than you have ever anticipated. That is the beauty of following your soul purpose, because when you follow your inner intuitive guidance and you do the thing that the universe is asking you to do and you're clicked into that inner power, then endings just become a portal and a gateway to new beginnings. So If there is a situation in your life that you have been wanting to end, but you have been scared and are kind of hoping that it would just go away, but you don't have the heart to end it. So those two situations are about to be brought to an end. And the fantastic thing about it is that it's gonna come to end in a way that is gonna open the door towards your soul purpose in a much real, organic, intuitive way. And this ending will then allow you to step into an even greater portal that's gonna be aligned with your soul purpose. Now, the second card is what pulls you apart. And the answer here is reassess. How brilliant is that? You're being asked to take stock of your life and let go of anything or anyone that no longer makes you happy. Notice who and what bring you joy and who and what don't. It's time for some life cleanup. So here is your answer. If you let this situation resolve in the way that your soul is asking you to, it will give you the chance and the time to reassess your life. Chances are this situation that you are putting off resolving is actually draining your energy, is what I'm really picking up here. So there is a huge moment, a huge situation, a huge emotional ending that is wanting to come in. And once you let that resolve itself, it's going to create the room so you can reassess. And reassessing is a fantastic place to be in because it really, really allows you to step into your own desired creation. Whether the final answer is in your favor, it is exactly what you're looking for, or it's not. Accept it and let this situation go. It is done and it is over with. It no longer has a place in your life. It's time for you to let bygones be bygones, let the past be the past, and take the lessons that you're supposed to learn from this situation, which allows you to reassess and start again with a fresh mindset, with a new outlook, with a better understanding of what you want from your life, and start seeking that out actively with mindfulness and with proactively, which will then allow you to be more present in the real life, in the present moment, in the 3D situation, so you can be on the lookout for opportunities that excite you, that bring you joy, that move you forward, that challenge you, that scare you, and you can just live out of the moments that are coming in front of you rather than either chasing what's in the past or being fearful of the future. And now we're going to look for a final message from the goddesses of the world. Now, this oracle card I picked purposely with the intention of inviting everybody's feminine energies, because it's the feminine energy that is more intuitive, that is more inspired action, that doesn't live with the deadlines, that it's more creative and free-flowing. And of course, if you're a man watching this, please keep watching it, because again, we all have masculine and feminine energies within us. And as soul purpose driven individuals, our job is to make sure that at any given time, our both masculine and feminine energies are equally aligned. So the purpose of the Goddesses of the World message is to help you tap into your intuitive, creative, free-flowing power. So let's see. So the purpose is to see which goddess can we call forth so we can connect with her energy that's going to help us do all of this. That's going to help us resolve, reassess, and be more present. Here we go. Sekhmet. Ooh, one of my absolute favorite goddesses. She has come into my life a lot, I'm not gonna lie. All right, I'm actually gonna read what Sekhmet, the Egyptian lioness warrior. Oof, that is one powerful energy. Empowers you to embrace your inner strength and stand firmly in your power. So my friends, if you are feeling the fear of letting this situation go and resolve itself, and you're scared and unsure of what lies ahead, call in Sekhmet. Call in the power of Sekhmet and ask her to help you stand firm in this decision, in your power. Embody the fiery courage of Sekhmet as you face life's challenges, knowing that your fierce determination will lead to victory. Again, if this is a situation that's been bothersome, please let it go. And if you don't know what kind of answer you want, just ask the universe to please resolve this situation for the highest good of your maximum growth. Just ask the universe to help you and say, please resolve this situation so it can result in my highest growth and my highest evolution and my highest good. And if you're feeling incredibly generous, you can also say for highest good of all. I will leave that up to you. And last message is, let her energy ignite the flames of passion within you, driving you to create positive change. So Sekhmet will not only help you release this situation that no longer serves you and your divine guided purpose, it will also help you create the thing that is hidden within those deep reservoirs, the thing that fires you up, the thing that lights you up. It's going to help you. If you call in the power of Sekhmet, she will help you step into that passionate, creative power that will allow you to create the life of your dreams, bring in the relationship, bring in the job, attract and magnetize the best things that the physical world has to offer, rather than live in scarcity mindset or live in poverty or live in fear of losing what pretty much doesn't even work anymore. And you guys know that intuitively. I mean, I certainly can see that in the cards. So let it go, my friends, and talk to Sekhmet and ask for her help. And now we come to the Work Your Light Oracle cards. Hope you can see them. Yeah. These are very, very powerful cards. I'm not going to lie. I found them last week and they have been very, very activating for me. Very activating. So I'm going to bring, see, a message already jumped out and I'm going to read. The card is Sisterhood of the Rose. Beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. All right. So to me, it looks like that once you allow this situation that we've been looking at that needs to be resolved and released from your life in whatever capacity that the universe will take care of for you, once you let that happen and you call in the power of Sekhmet to activate your divine, intuitive, creative power, you are going to step into this energy, which is called Sisterhood of the Rose. The Sisterhood of the Rose, when you say that to surround yourself with beauty and create beauty wherever you go, what they're essentially saying is to look for beauty everywhere you step out. Where does beauty exist in our world? It exists in nature, flowers, birds, pets, trees, deep breath, music, dancing, singing, cooking. All of those moments that get us out of our head and help us embody our feelings, our emotions, help us express our feelings and emotions are all moments that create beauty. Beautifying your surroundings, cleaning up, throwing away the clutter, buying fresh flowers, buying fake flowers, buying those incense sticks and lighting them up so your home just has this beautiful, lovely fragrance every time you step in. All of these things are creating moments of beauty. So instead of focusing on things that are going wrong, you can start focusing on things that are going right. So that is how you can physically beautify your surroundings. Wear jewelry, like I'm wearing this butterfly, right? A butterfly necklace is one of my favorite things to wear. It's, I do it all the time. Crystals, that's something that makes me feel really energized, nail polish, all of the stuff, anything that helps you step out of your mind and into your body and stay in the present moment is a great way of creating physical beauty in your world. There is also a way of creating mental beauty. Reading self-help books, listening to any kind of inspirational teachers, Abraham Hicks, Deepak Chopra, Oprah. On Instagram, it's full of, inspiring messages. You can also create inspiring messages, handwrite them, and put them everywhere in your house, especially in front of the mirror. I am an embodied soul. I am a powerful soul. My life is full of abundance and wealth and happiness and success. I love my life. I love my family. I love my friends. I love, my life is full of love. These are all ways of creating mental beauty in your life. Oh, going out in nature, I think I don't remember if I said that, but going out in nature, hiking, going to the beach, mountaineering, getting out of the city, going for a long drive, if that's possible, if you live in a city where that's actually possible. Those are all ways of clearing your mental chatter and quieting your mind down and letting yourself connect to the nature and just observing the beauty that already exists in the world. That's also another way of doing it. And the last way of creating beauty in your surroundings is to do it spiritually. How can you do that? The most easiest way that comes to me that I do all the time is listening to mantras, listening to frequency music. Just let that play in the background. Listen to mantras first thing in the morning. You can listen to wealth mantras, knowledge mantras. You can listen to peace mantras. You can listen to any of those Buddhist, Hindu, spiritual mantras that, are just on YouTube all the time. So that is a way of starting your day in a bit of a spiritual beauty. So out of these 3 ways of making yourself beautiful and surrounding yourself with beauty, pick the one that resonates the most with you and just do that action for this 1 week. So here's what I'll tell you from experience, that if you follow this thing of the beauty, the sisterhood of the rose, and you step into beauty and devotion in the world around you, and you take mindful steps of finding that beauty around you, it's going to switch your perspective. It's going to uplift your vibration and make you look at things in a much more positive, life-affirming, soul-purposey way, rather than keeping you stuck in that old mindset and not letting that situation that desperately needs to get resolved. So the more you focus on the beauty around you, the more you will feel strong and empowered to move forward and let the situation end if it needs to end, or resolve however it needs to resolve, and move forward positively, knowing in your mind, body, and soul that whatever happens will create more joy, more abundance, more upliftment, and more beauty in your world. And that's it for pile 1. Those are the messages. Again, this is purposely vague, right? Nothing here was very specific. And the intention for doing it this way is to help you tap into your own intuition power, because there is no greater teacher than your own inner voice and than your own inner guidance. And I really hope that is listening to this, you got activated to a situation. It doesn't even have to be something that, is very current. This might be a situation that's been going on for the last 10 years that just occupies brain space and you don't know what to do with it. This could be a call to let that situation resolve itself and clear up that brain space so you can do something with it and live a life of beauty and creativity. So let your intuition guide you to the situation that occurred in your head while you were listening to these cards. Trust the vagueness. Don't be scared. Don't get triggered if nothing comes to mind. Just take what resonates, believe, and keep listening to your inner intuition and your inner guidance. I will add a little caveat here. If you are following these messages are making sense to you, but you don't actually know what to do with it, go ahead and write in the comments below and ask me a question, and I'll see intuitively what kind of answer I get. Maybe that's an answer that serves you, maybe it doesn't, maybe it just ends up triggering you more. I don't know, but I'm always here to help you get started on this connection with your inner voice and your inner guidance. So with that, I will let you guys go. I hope you have a great day. I wish you nothing but empowerment, support, guidance, and abundance. Hi, this is now pile 2. This pile is for my uninitiated friends. For all of you who are brand new to this soul purpose thing and are just learning to tap into your inner guidance and are just sort of taking baby steps of not planning but letting the universe guide you, this pile is for you, or this pile is also for you if you've intuitively felt drawn to pick this pile. So I'm going to do this a little bit differently. We're only going to focus on the Work Your Light Oracle cards with this. And I have specifically picked the 2-card spread that is outlined in this book. Now, the purpose of this 2-card spread is to help you get initiated and get started on your soul purpose. Now, what we're going to look with this 2-card spread with the Work Your Light Oracle cards is to see what is falling away in your life and what is rising. Again, the purpose here is alignment with your soul purpose, with your divinely guided cosmic mission. Okay? So we're going to see what messages pop up for those of you who have just started down this path of intuitive guidance and soul purpose alignment. I'm going to follow this exactly as the book says. Here we go. All right. The first card represents what is falling away. Here we go. And the second card represents what is rising. All right. Let's see. The first one is the ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not you. So I'm already intuitively picking up something. So I will tell you that the situation that has been perhaps the single greatest, biggest, most challenging situation in your life is falling away, because this card came in the position of what is falling away. Now, the lesson, before we move on to the actual message, the lesson with the ever unfolding rose is to remember that it's happening for you, not to you. So this situation that perhaps challenged you to your core was designed to elevate you. It was designed to crack you open so that you can step into the world with a much more greater understanding of who you are and your own infinite source of power and success. That is the purpose of the ever unfolding rose. This situation that has been challenging to you was actually meant to transform you into a much greater version of yourself. And this is the living, breathing embodiment of blessing in disguise. So when they say it's happening for you, not to you, that is the purpose of this situation. It not only helped you transform into the greater version of yourself, it also allowed you to break free of the karma that perhaps has been holding you back from lifetimes ago. So congratulations on a job very well done, because this situation has not been easy, and I can attest to that. I can tell you I've been going through this situation, a very similar one to this, for a very long time in my life. And it's so good to hear that that situation is now ending. It's falling away because it has transformed you into the person you were always meant to be. And it has allowed you to go down to your soul and find those nuggets, those things that make you the magical being that you are. So everything is going to be okay. Let it crack you open. The situation cracked you open for a reason, and you are now this awesome person that you were always meant to be because of this experience. So you can bless it, you can thank it, you can release it, and you can be safe in the knowing that this situation will not come back because it's falling away. Now, as this situation, the ever unfolding rose, is falling away, a new situation is rising, which is dance with life. Do something to change your energy. I understand what this is trying to say. Now, because those of us who have been facing challenges after challenges, and it's wonky because I definitely connect to this pile and not to the last pile, even though I feel like I'm pretty soul purpose guided in my life. And yet I find myself, relating to this situation right here. The Dance with Life card simply says it's time to let go of the energies that you've been holding on to for so long. Now, what happens is, again, this I speak with personal experience, is that when we live in a certain kind of challenging experience, we are constantly expecting to only see that
what we've been seeing so far. So because we've been hurt, we expect to get hurt more. Because we've faced financial losses, we just keep thinking that we're going to keep losing money. Because we keep going from one bad relationship to another, we keep losing job after job, so what happens is that energetically we just get used to living in that space of like things just not quite working out, or things falling apart, or things causing a lot of pain. So that becomes our energetic signature, because we don't know what else there is, right? And it's nobody's fault. It's just like life has dealt us a certain amount of cards, which were, the ever unfolding rose. Again, a situation that's designed to help us transform into the better version of ourselves. But it is not an easy journey to take. It is rather a very difficult journey to take. So when going through the difficulties, you just start to expect difficulties. You don't know that there is any other way to live. So this card is saying it's time to let go of this transformational energies that have lived within you for so long, and to step into the dance with life energy. Now look at how beautiful this card is. Like the dance with life. Look how this person is dancing, having fun. She's just letting the energy swing her whichever way she wants to, right? So dance with life essentially to me just says to tap into that flow, that cosmic flow that's just available to us when we are no longer burdened down by the memories of our past or fears of the future. Okay, so dance with life is also, interestingly, an action card as I read through the book. And both the piles today got an action card. But again, it's energetic action, right? So what does Dance with Life is asking you to do? It is simply asking you to move your energy. And because it says dance with life, I would say the easiest way to move your energy is to put on some music and start dancing. Dance. It doesn't have to be great, it doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be step appropriate. Just put some music and start moving with it. There is nothing that moves the energy faster than physical movement that is designed with an intuitive intention. Dancing is the best activity that you can do to move the energy and to feel embodied and present in your body while being present in the present moment. Because when you're dancing, you can't think of the past, you can't think of the future, you can only listen to the music and you can just move to the beat of it. So the fastest, easiest way right now, as soon as you're done listening to this reading, is to go put on some music and start dancing to it. If you can't do that, go to your car, blast some music, sing right along with it. Just lip sync your song, your favorite song, to the top of your voice. Go nuts, go crazy. Men who are watching this and dance is not quite your thing, I would first of all encourage you to please dance, because I think everybody should be dancing. I love it so much. But if that's not your thing, any kind of physical activity, hiking, swimming, kickboxing, any kind of cardio, yoga, no one can ever go wrong with yoga. So any kind of physical activity that is mindful and involves some kind of breathing pattern will help you move this energy. And from what I understand intuitively, the purpose of moving this energy is to help you get out of this difficult transformational situation. So this situation that is done with, that you have learned and transformed to become the greatest version of yourself, is now asking you to step into the dance of life and to create with life.
And don't be surprised that while you're dancing, you might actually find some hidden answer, a magical answer to a situation that you're looking to resolve. Because it's when our mind chatter is free and it's not occupied, that's when the universe can send us little hints and messages and guidance that we can then act on to create the greatest blessings for ourselves. Goddesses of the world. Now, in order to help you release this situation that's over and step into this co-creative energy that's full of dance and fun and excitement and singing, let's see which goddess we can all connect to this week. Okay, I want to pull the one that's at the top, but the one that wants to come out is this one. Lilith. Ooh, dark feminine energy. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to read the message that Lilith gives us here. Assert yourself boldly. So, now that you have transformed into this badass, awesome version of yourself who can take life by the horns and do something magical with it, and you are ready and able to move that energy so that it's no longer, the past is no longer stuck in your body, but you release it and you're ready to step into this co-creative dance with your life, Lilith will help you assert yourself, will help you announce yourself to the world that you are here, you're gonna take up space, you are not gonna apologize, and you're gonna go ahead and conquer the world. This is what Lilith can help you do. The Mesopotamian goddess of independence and fearlessness invites you to reclaim your power. Ooh, that's what Lilith is helping you do. So we can all reclaim our power. So one of the, a little tangent here, a very common side effect of going through a difficult situation like this ever unfolding rose situation is that we no longer trust ourselves. And when we don't trust ourselves, we start looking to other people to give us guidance and help and directions. And because everything that we do kind of falls flat, it fails. So we just start asking other people to help us make decisions in our lives. And most of the time, even when that advice is well-meaning, it doesn't pan out right for us because it's not our own internal compass that's telling us what to do. But we, because of the life's failures, don't know that we can trust on inner compass. So the problem that happens with that is that we give away our own agency, we give away our own sovereignty, and we start trusting other people more than we trust ourselves. And what ends up happening is that we give our power away. It just hit me that there might be a religious connotation attached to Lilith. If that is the case, please don't feel compelled to do anything that your mind and your heart doesn't allow you to do. You can let this message go and not worry about it. You can simply put a message out to the universe and say that you are now ready to reclaim your power and step back into your own sovereignty and in your own agency, and to ask the universe's guidance in doing so. You do not have to call on Goddess Lilith if you are uncomfortable with it. It doesn't have to be religious. It can just simply be a prayer to the universe to help you reclaim your power. But if this is not a problem, I will finish the message for those of you who are interested in listening. Embrace your authentic self and cast away the chains of conformity. See, this is all about breaking free. This is all about stepping into your own power and going forth and prospering and conquering the world. In a way, by the way, it's not about force and dominion over the world and making other people wrong so you can be right. No. It's about tapping into your inner power and listening to your authentic truth and then going out into the world and creating the life that you want, rather than taking it away from other people. Because the most powerful thing we can do once we have learned the transformational lessons is to make sure that that cycle of pain is no longer perpetuated. As transformed human beings, as transformed spiritual beings having a human experience, one of the greatest powers is to break the cycle of conformity. It is to break that cycle of abuse. We can now become those first people who say, hey, you know what? What happened to me, I'm not going to do that to other people. And that is something you can do this week. Or, for however long you want to. Discover the hidden gems within. Lilith urges you to be resolute, for you are worthy of love and respect, just as you are. And I will leave it there. You are worthy, you are deserving, you deserve to have the greatest happiness, you deserve to have the greatest abundance, all the joy, all the successes. Everything that you have been wanting to create for so long but has been held away from you is now available to you. And all you have to do is to dance with life, start moving, talk to the universe, get your power back, and become that whole person that you were always meant to be. You can go forth and prosper. That was reading 2. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found some sort of message here that you can go ahead and apply in your life. So one final note, I said this in pile 1 too, and I'll say it here as well. Now, these messages are not exactly very concrete. This is not pick a card tarot reading, right? These messages are much more neutral. They're much more vague. The intention here is to help you listen to the messages in a way that apply to you the most, right? So that you're no longer pretzeling yourself and contortioning yourself to fit into the message, but to take the message that's coming through these readings, through these cards, and to see if they apply to you. And then tap into your own intuitive inner guidance, and then use that to move forward in your life and to create the life of purpose and soul-driven guidance that we're all meant to live. So these messages, if they do feel vague, I completely understand. Please understand that the purpose here is to help you tap into your own soul purpose guidance, your own inner compass, and your own inner power, so that you can take the messages and apply them to your life in a way that can serve you the best, so you can emerge the most powerful, most abundant, and the most secure person that you can be, without getting triggered by fear, without getting triggered by scarcity mindset. So I hope this helped. If you have any questions, if the messages, you kind of feel they resonate with you, but you don't know what to do with it, please feel free to share the situation that's happening in your life in the comments below. And I will try to apply my own intuition to help you get some guidance. But again, my intention is to help you find your own inner guidance and align with that and start trusting the guidance that is coming through. With that, I will leave you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will be back next week with another empowerment message. In the meantime, I love you all. Remember, guys, you are the magic. Bye.